Okay, so I wanted to talk about this idea that if you live with roommates, this probably hurts your intuition because, as you may well know, when you live in close proximity to someone else and you share spaces with them, you kind of need to keep yourself closed. And I think you understand the feeling of when you can go, oh, because your roommate's away for the weekend and you can just like take over the house, right? And what is one of the things you do when you take over the house? Is probably be loud in the way that you like to be loud. You either play music, you go dancing, you're naked, you leave a mess all over the place, and you don't feel as if you have to clean it up right away. So you're less in your masculine. Being clean and neat and respectful of other people's boundaries, that's masculine. And if you live with roommates, that means you have to be in your masculine 100% of the time. Even if you're in your own room, which is technically your space, you sense the presence of your roommate. And some of you might not even want to talk about your roommate on the phone when your roommate is in the apartment, right? Or the house. Right now, there's a dog in my house. It's a long story, but not my dog. And it's distracting and it won't leave. And I have to negotiate my space with this dog for the present moment. And it reminds me a lot about having roommates. And there's this kind of dropping down and expanding out that's possible when you are by yourself, right? And you may have experiences if you have some kind of relationship with a significant other, but you're not living together. You spend time at each other's places and you enjoy it, but then when you come home, there's, so that feeling, it's like a feeling that you have to experience and we can't necessarily talk about it, right? I can't give you instructions to have that feeling. Well, the instructions would be in someone else's aura for way too long and then finally come to your own place where you live in nature and you live by yourself and you can open your aura as wide as possible and be as messy as possible, something like that. So being in your intuition requires you to be open. That's why, for example, I can't give psychic readings in a cafe. I can't be open, it's not safe. Also, if you live with someone else, whether it's a significant other or a roommate, most likely you're picking up on their energy and their feelings and their thoughts. This will mix with what is your intuition. And in my opinion, your intuition has to do with yourself. So it has to do with, let's say, your spiritual mission. It keeps you on track. And if you're way off track, your intuition will be like yelling at you, If you're on track, you'll feel it because you're going to feel good. And so if you have this kind of tightness almost 100% of the time, where you have to be mindful of someone else's thoughts and wishes and stuff like that, then you're sort of in your masculine 100% of the time and you can't 100% relax. And so I just wanted to point that out, not to say that you, in quotation marks, shouldn't have roommates or shouldn't live with a significant other. It's just something to be aware of, or like not have a dog in your house. It's just something to be aware of. And if you, in quotation marks, want to be in your intuition, maybe it's good for you to know that you might need to be by yourself for a significant period of time, have your space to yourself, and be able to be that messy, chaotic, naked thing that one likes to do when one is by themselves, because that's being in your feminine and intuition is feminine. Okay, talk to you later.